We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Past the 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did.
And it's intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Bridgewater. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Dillon. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Play action now. Bridgewater. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run once more with Dillon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. A good chunk of those yards came after contact, and that's an area where he's really starting to excel as a running back.
It felt like he was doing a drill that running backs have to perform all the time, especially in pads, called a gauntlet drill. Two guys, people, these two rows, and you have to go right through the middle of them and make sure you take care of the football and knock people aside. He's performing the drill on that run.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Working with a 2nd and 3. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Play action, it's Lawrence. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Dillon is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And this time he is in. Yes. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing, Bridgewater. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Teddy Bridgewater with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Here's Lawrence. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And this is caught. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line. Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. To the right side, this is Dillon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Dillon up the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They'll run here with Dillon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A.J. Dillon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Swift going to try up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And Sharp calls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 135 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. From the gun, it's Dillon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Dillon now off the option. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A.J. Dillon, 34 yards. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Play action now, Bridgewater. And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Joe Tryon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll set up to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing is Bridgewater. That one complete. He finds Shark. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 40 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Dillon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Dillon on the inside give. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Borregales now on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And again, it's Bridgewater. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Buccaneers, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.